Hey guys, I'm James on occasion, and today we're finally playing MENACE properly. Well, properly-ish. It's coming out into early access, so there's still like a lot of obvious places where you can see they've sort of left empty that they're going to build into. You know, different planets and stuff that'll have, you know, different biomes and the like. You know, I'm sure of it. There's a lot of stuff there. Also, just the feedback I've put in, a bunch of it is getting responded to already, which is amazing. So I'm already pretty hyped for early access. You guys don't even know what this game is yet, do you? Well, you might. If you click this, you probably have some idea. But it's kind of like XCOM, but your characters are squad leaders that have a whole squad with them. So it's a slightly bigger, you know, group of people you're running around. But it's still, you know, that sort of tactics style and the sort of, you know, picking missions out of a selection and that sort of thing. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff that is missing in terms of like tooltips and stuff. That is one of the big bits of feedback, and that's something they're addressing. Hopefully before early access. I just got the news today they're sending a bunch off for localization, so probably when you get your hands on this, on I think the 4th of February, there'll be a bunch more tooltips and things. But luckily, I've worked out what everything is, even in the absence of tooltips, so, you know, I'll be able to guide you through. We're just going to normal difficulty, because we're really just giving a tour of this game to see what's on offer currently, and we can experiment a bit, play with some, like, non-optimal stuff, because the balance isn't quite there yet. Yeah, there's certain strategies that are like the obvious way to go, and I want to do some of the strategies that aren't the obvious way to go from time to time, just so we can try out different bits of equipment and stuff as we play. At least that's the plan. Random Seed, sure. Iron Man, we're not going to do, because if a save game breaks, then the series is over, so that's really silly, so we're not going to do that. We're going to just rely on the honor system. Okay, cool. Let's go. Right, so what I really like here is you get these choice of characters. So the characters are like pre-made, right? They're defined characters with defined stories and stuff. They're not randomly generated. However, you randomly pick. Well, you don't randomly pick. You can randomly pick. You pick between the ones you want. So say I just wanted to make sure that I definitely had Jane Darby, which you all should want because she's amazing. She's probably the best squad leader in this. She's fantastic. She's going to be our sniper. But what's great is if you click Surprise Me, it'll keep in the ones you've locked in. It'll just pick the other 3, right? So you need to pick 4. So this I really like, just a randomization mechanic. It's most games, if you click random, it just picks randomly completely and ignores your choices. But no, you can pick a little bit and carry on. So we have Renu Riwa as well. She's going to be our pilot, because I want a pilot. There's a choice of 3 pilots you can get early. When it says pilot, it doesn't mean, like, you know, planes. A pilot is just whoever can have vehicles equipped, basically. So, yeah, trucks and things, really. Walkers as well, which is kind of fun, because this is sort of, it's odd. The tactics are very modern warfare, but but, you know, it's slightly sci-fi, so there's the odd laser weapon and a walker and things like that. So there's some sci-fi elements there. And we are also in space, which I guess makes it quite sci-fi. So yeah, we're going to pick her too. I think I'm also going to pick Pike and Carter. This will be a nice squad. So we'll get into their backstories and stuff at some point as we start upgrading them, but I really just want to get into the game. And yeah, loads of stuff. This is the sort of overworld thing, you know, the sort of geosphere thing, right, where you can see the different planets in the system. Currently, the only planets that have operations on them are this one, the Backbone, Mock, and Dice of the Gods. Well, Backbone doesn't have one on currently, but they're the ones that can spawn operations at the moment. But look how many other planets are remaining, you know, in moons or whatever, you know, around the map. And there's no reason why you can't have a couple of different, like, biomes on the same planet, like, all sorts. There's a huge amount of scope for them to expand into all of this sort of empty space they've left themselves. So it shows there's clearly a lot of potential for this game to grow. And there's a lot to do already. I've played like 30 hours of this, amazingly. It's kind of crazy. It gripped me. So, operations. So each operation is sort of, you know, a mission that we're going to... Well, not a mission. Anyway, it's a job, I guess. It's a job we're going to take, and that is going to be several missions in a row, right, that we'll pick. So, you know, each operation signs you up for a few missions. And, yeah, it'll cheer up either, you know, the Zane Beecher Corp, or Dice of the Gods, or the Backbone. They're the 3 factions. Each one owns a different planet. So, you know, that's how that works. Do you want to do pirates or... Oh, it's also pirates. That's a shame. Pirates or pirates. Alright, let's do... That's the snow one, this is the desert one. We'll do the desert one. So one thing that I also sort of post as feedback that they're already addressing, that'll probably be addressed by the time you get your hands on it, is a lot of the UI when you're moving your guys around is white, and so it's quite hard to see on the snow biome. But they're addressing that already. They're on that, apparently. So that's really cool. So, an aggressive warband of pirates made an unexpected planetfall and have spread over a concerningly large area. Local forces have been outmatched by the pirates' audacious tactics. The TCR needs to insert, secure the area, and ultimately find and destroy the pirates' base of operations. So we're going to jump right in. So here we go. This is the, the operations screen. So this is where we're going to pick our different missions. So it's, very roguelike format. So you pick a mission, then you pick one for the branching one. You work your way from the bottom to the top. Very simple. So you're not going to do every mission, but you're going to do 3. Sometimes there's 4. Sometimes there's 4. I've never seen 5. Maybe later in the game there'll be even more. I don't know. But for now, we have a choice of these 2. So you can see down at the bottom there'll be different rewards. These can be very varied, and there's also sometimes negative effects that are bonuses for your enemy, that if you do that mission you will remove that from them. They'll be in red. You don't get that until later in the game though, but I thought I'd mention it. There are choices to be made. So securing landing zones will substantially increase our freedom of movement going forward. So this will give us 50% extra deployment zone, which is not that fussed about that. Extra trust with the local faction and a civilian trading good. I'm gonna do that, I think. So we need to save civilians by killing enemies. This is a more difficult mission though, as you can see. But that's fine. We'll challenge ourselves. We did go on normal difficulty, so we had the flexibility here. So we're going to do this one. We need to save civilians, which actually just means don't let them get shot. You can't save them by running up to them or anything. They just mill about and get shot at. They'll try and run away from enemies though, so that's something. Complete the mission with less than 3 structures destroyed. So you don't want to destroy the town that you're protecting. People won't like that much. But each of these, basically the top one is the main objective. Everything else is just optional objectives that will get you more promotion points, which is nice. So pretty cool. And yeah, don't lose a squad or vehicle. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So pirates have been extorting a local settlement for a while now. Something must have gone wrong, as intense gunfire has been picked up by our sensors from the location. Head there ASAP and stop whatever the pirates are doing there. Sure. So, nope, didn't mean to click unequip squad. I meant to click add for mission, but that wasn't there because I hadn't given them a vehicle yet. But okay, this loadout that I'm doing now is everybody equipped to the maximum. Every little bit of equipment you start the game with is now equipped on our people. However, we still need to equip more squaddies. So squaddies are a resource. They essentially are extra attacks with whatever is in the top slot. And it's also additional sort of HP as well. So really good to have higher squads. But also, you'll notice if you look at this bottom bit, as you plus and minus these, that will affect our supplies, right? So you can't go over 819 supplies currently. This will change from mission to mission, op to op. It'll slowly increase over time. And yeah, you need to make sure that you are within the supplies allotment. But we picked some characters that are actually really cheap to bring. Each character will have its own costs. You can see if I hover over them, they're showing the costs now. Mardakada costs almost nothing to field, which is really, really handy. But she has big growth potential. She's a bit rubbish to start with, but she has good growth potential, which will basically be a measure of how good they'll, develop over time. So the general rule of thumb is if the character is young, they start with worse stats but have higher growth potential, so they will become better. They will eventually overtake the old fogies, who start with very high stats but don't tend to develop much. So we've got a bit of a mix. Well, we've got one old guy, but he's got an amazing ability. So each character will start with a unique ability. You can see Jane Darby here. She's essentially going to be our sniper. But Darby's attacks disable enemy special weapons for 1 turn. So special weapons will be in the second slot. It'll be things like sniper rifles, rocket launchers, machine guns, stuff like that. So that is basically used by only the squad leader, whereas the top weapon will be used by your entire squad. So pretty cool stuff. So yeah, you can disable enemy special weapons. So if they have a rocket launcher, you can shoot at them with Jane Darby, and then they won't be able to use that rocket launcher for that turn on your vehicle, for instance. We have a vehicle. We have a troop carrier with a light machine gun on it currently. Lovely. No need for extra squaddies. She's on her own, sadly. But she does get a tank, so, you know, good for her, I guess. Right, what else? Yes, this guy, he gets an ability that gives other people AP, so they get to act more, which is really cool. So you can just order them to, you know, have more of a turn. It's the same amount of AP as it takes to shoot your gun, which is amazing. So you can basically just give someone an extra shot that turn, which I appreciate. Out of the craters, so Marta Carter, hilariously, not only is she young, so she starts bad and gets better, even at like on a you know, a macro and a micro level, it's the case, because she has this ability which makes her start with debuffs to her accuracy and discipline, but it gets better over time. Every round, she gets a slight increase. So if the battle drags on a lot, she gets really, really, really good. So she like locks in over time, which is quite funny. Yeah, it takes her a while to sort of assess the situation, I guess, which is fun. So really cool. And then Renu Rewa here gets plus 6% accuracy and discipline for each enemy unit destroyed, stacked up to 5 times. So yeah, you can get really killy with her, get her on a good spree. Brilliant. Also, this is the deployment screen. You can see it actually shows you where enemies and things are. You don't know what's an enemy and what's a civilian or whatever, unless you get your intelligence level up. There's upgrades you can do to get that up, or mission rewards will put intelligence level up for the remainder of the operation. So you can put that up, so it'll reveal more of what's on the map. And you can move your people about on the deployment screen, which is rather nice. So there we go. I'm actually going to put our vehicle in the middle, and I'm going to put in there, I think. I'll have these two run up from the other side, I guess. Cool. And so I am going to move Marta Carter straight into the truck. So yeah, the combat demo, when I played the combat demo, there's one thing that you can do that I didn't do because it was bugging, so I just pretended it didn't exist. You can play your team in whatever order you want each turn, or each round, whatever they call it. But when I was swapping between people, it kept not letting me swap. It kept freaking out and just going, nope, and then I couldn't perform any actions or anything, so I pretended it didn't exist. But it's fixed. I've had absolutely no problems. So we will be swapping between people. But anyway, yeah, we have AP down the bottom. So use AP for everything: moving, shooting, deploying, which just means ducking, right? Gives you extra accuracy and defense. So, you know, pretty standard sort of tactics are fair. For vehicles, turning also costs you AP, but you can turn independently if you just want to turn, which sometimes might feel a bit silly. It sets you up more to drive in a different direction on like the next turn if you have a bit of AP left over, but also it points your best armor towards enemies. There is directional armor, so sometimes you just want the front of your you know, your vehicle to be facing the enemy with the rocket launcher. The civilians are in the way here, which is annoying. It isn't like XCOM where if we walk next to them, they'll go, oh, thank you, and then sort of disappear off the map. There's no saving them, which is what makes the objectives dumb. The presentation for objectives, and a lot of the information in this game is really lacking right now, okay? It's really lacking, but a lot of it is being worked on, as I said. But objectives can be a little muddled. So, save 80% civilians. For one, the objective to save something implies that you're actively doing that, but you can't save anyone. You can't run up to them and go, you're saved! There's nothing. There's none of that. So you're not actually saving anyone. You're doing it by destroying 80% of attacking enemies, which, again, is unusual. So basically, once we've killed 80% of the enemy, we'll be able to complete the mission. We can leave the mission. It'll be completed. So it tells you how many are there. So 80% means 9 kills, which is nice. It says that. In the combat demo, it just had the bar, which was baffling because you're like, are we trying to get this to 80% of the bar or the full bar? The full bar, 100% of the bar meant 80% of the kill. It was weird. So it's already being presented a little better than the demo, but still not great. But anyway, here, save civilians, 0 of 2, that means dead. 0 of 2, if 2 are killed, then we'll fail that objective. So it's tracking your failure, not your success. So there's a lot of things there that are a bit funny, but you know, once you know what it's actually trying to tell you, it's fine. But there's a lot of that in this game where you kind of have to go, what are you saying? What are you saying, game? But, you know, let's just get that out of the way, because I know people be eyeing it up. Right, so we are going to make a move. Yeah, let's just move him up. There's no pirates anywhere near us, I don't think. More civilians retreating. Good. The more the civilians can just leave the town, the better, really. I am going to... I'm going to charge right in. There's a fence. There's a fence. Fences are rubbish. I hate them. They provide absolutely no cover, but your infantry cannot move through them at all, which is frustrating. Very frustrating. Okay, off they go. But you can run over the chain link fences with your vehicles, so make as many holes in these as you can, so you can actually move around efficiently. And yeah, I'm going to shimmy everyone to this side, I think. There's a lot of great cover over here, though. But I'm going to let the truck lead. Because, yeah, the truck has the benefit of having armor, and most enemies aren't going to have things like rocket launchers yet, so it tends to be quite a good one to lead with. Yeah, I'm going to keep moving. We found some enemies. They're shooting those civilians. Hopefully we'll provide a better target. They have an RPG. Oh god, they have an RPG. I can't shoot, don't have enough AP, so I'm just gonna end the turn. Ooh, see, one of two saved. Okay, they missed. They missed. Oh boy, that was scary. Don't scare me like that. Right, do you want to move right up on them? Maybe. I'm worried there'll be something over here. But, yeah, we can move from here, like, through the terrain into this bit. I think we'll have some pretty good... Oh, and it's a chain gun team. And they got another... They got a flamethrower in there. Okay. And, okay, that turns out there's a lot there. We're going to have to retreat here, I think. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Well, we found 4 units. Hopefully, though, we can get some good damage in with our trucks down these, like, lanes. So we'll see. We might have to retreat around this corner to force them closer, so we can just pop out and blast them. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, the chain gun team. Alright, they took out a couple squaddies already. Losing a couple squaddies that quickly is really annoying, because it's fewer attacks with our weapons, you know. I really did risk exposing this part of the map. But I thought, nah, probably attacking from back here. But, actually, no, I did see some stuff on the intelligence. Over there. Oh, I'm being silly. Being a silly sausage. I'm thinking too much about what I'm trying to communicate to you guys. I'm not thinking about the game, which obviously is the more important thing. You guys don't need to know what's going on. You know, you're smart cookies. You'll pick it up. Now, let's move you up. Yeah, you guys all move. Oh boy. They are quite close. So you need to get out of the way. We were completely suppressed, so you can only crawl. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. They might move up here and shoot across too. I'm not quite sure where the best place to crawl to is at this point. I guess we have to go this way. Oh, a grenade? Oh, they missed. Thank God for that. They also seem to have an RPG. Alright, if I move here, I can just shoot right into them, but only once. There's 2 more vehicles up here. Wow, okay. Well, we found all of the enemies, it seems like. I can't leave her to get shot at, but then all these guys have RPGs, don't they? They do. They do. God, I forgot how under-equipped you are at the start of the game. Yeah, I know. I could already see him. What are you talking about? So I'm going... Ooh, actually. That might be more fun. Whee! That upset him. But we have exposed the back of our truck to an RPG, so... I'll have to see. I'll have to see how it goes. Although I could... I could and I will. I could and I will. I'm going to give them more AP, and then maybe we can shoot the flamethrower team. We're not about to hit them around that corner, I don't think. Yeah, shooting them might be good, though. Or them, but I don't think we'll hit them very well. I think... oh, there's a truck in the way. I didn't realise they'd blocked us in. We can't drive back around there, which was the plan. Yeah, those two guys getting out here and shooting at Martyr is going to be difficult, too. Man, it's pretty rotten, I've got to say. I can shoot at them. I can attempt that. Which I might as well. He's going to be saving a lot of ammo by giving other people additional turns, so we may as well just up the suppression. They're already fleeing. And... okay, good. Annoyingly, though, our accuracy is lowered. Oh, actually? Yeah, no, it has. They've definitely got much better cover than they would have had over there. That's a real bummer. Oh, and we can reach them here. Poor accuracy, but we can reach them. I'd like to shoot these guys. You don't have to do much damage to, like, a flamethrower team, because only 3 of them. So we might just wipe them out. He just hit his own guys! That's really funny. That's very funny. So you can miss and hit your own guys. Also, if you're shooting, by the way, so if we're shooting here, this is a truck, so they're pretty, you know, immune to this. But when you're shooting at stuff, it will actually suppress everything in the area. Right, so everything around them will take a little bit of suppression. And the odd shot, the odd stray shot can miss as well. I don't know there's any more over there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all that's hit? I think there was another one back there, right? I'm wondering how many there are, because there's probably more enemies over here too. I'm thinking, do I retreat this way? But we might just run into more enemies. We know there's no enemies here, but, like, what are we retreating to if we go that way, you know? We're not going to be able to reach them on this side. We need to run all the way over here, which might expose us. This is proving a little... oh, quiet you, pirates. Rude. Alright, let's just shoot at them, I think. I should have deployed first, actually. Should have deployed when it goes a bit more accuracy, but that's fine. Alright, they're starting to move up. And, alright, if they're all just going to start getting out of their trucks real close to us, that's not so bad. Okay, they're running in a different direction entirely. And chain gun team just killed a unit of civilians. Rap. You see, chain gun teams are a little scary. A little bit scary. If I drive over them, we might finish off the unit, then I can machine gun these guys. Sure. Yeah, I'll just back over them. And, I'll shoot them. Good. Could turn around. Oh, I don't think I can. So you do actually get cover for vehicles, by the way. Vehicles will also benefit from cover. But I think we're still just going to leave ourselves exposed there. But they're suppressed. These guys need to go, though. I don't know how I'm going to get them. Those chain guns. Tricky. Oh my god. Any cover that we'd have from those chain guns means we'll be exposed from enemies on this side. So we need to clean these guys up. Also, you don't have much AP left right now. Yeah, rubbish accuracy no matter what I do. Oh no, because they could easily just move to here and shoot down that alleyway. I don't have anywhere for them to go. So just staying down is probably my best bet. And then we just try and suppress them a little. Because right now we are depleted on AP, and Martacada's unit also, you know, just doesn't have much AP. So it's a bit much. I could also shoot over here. Nope, can't quite reach. Let's shoot. I'm going to try and suppress them. I'm not going to, but you know, I might get lucky. I didn't. Civilians aren't doing so hot here either. But yeah, tough first mission, I've got to say. Tough first mission. I'm so glad that their RPGs are so inaccurate. Definitely helping us out. You know what? I could have given her more AP, actually, so they could have ran further. But I'm not quite sure where I would have run to anyway, unfortunately. Medium accuracy, and we're quite close, so we should be able to get some good damage. Hopefully we can just wipe them out, and then we don't need to worry about them. Alright, well, they're retreating. These are both retreating. It doesn't mean that they won't come back, which is the frustrating thing. They can come back from retreating. But sometimes it does sort of shatter them. Oh my god. Can you not? Do I need to try and get the jump on these guys? If I run all the way over here, I'm not going to be able to duck. But it means next turn I could start my turn with him. And maybe kill them before they get to act. Oh, hi! Hi, 7 other enemies. Holy cow, okay. Well, I'm definitely going to start with him then. Jesus. Gonna have to try it. They've all still got loads of activations left. That's also a big problem. They might get suppressed before I actually get to act, in which case you can have no AP while being swarmed with these guys. These are decisions you got to make sometimes. But yeah, Marta really needs to get in the truck, I think is what I need it to do. Okay, good. None of them have very good suppression, so hopefully I can deal with them. More stuff here too. Yeah, one shot into them, then I'll retreat. If I can get rid of the chain gun team, that'll be huge. I can't really afford to duck, but hopefully this will wipe them out. Perfect. And then I can run. Good. I could run them over again. That seems silly at this point. Also, I mean, there are a bunch of guys in here. God, what is the plan? These guys still retreating. These guys still retreating. Low accuracy there. I really am penned in. They have actually boxed me in with their vehicles on every entrance. I can't escape from this area with this truck. This is really, like, completely coincidental that they've done this. But, sort of wild that they have. Now I feel like I just need to retreat everyone behind this wall, and I just have the truck pull back and clean up. On the edges, I think. Alright. How many shots do we have left? We've still got 10. Perfect. Perfect. And I'll run them over again. You know what? I'm going to try and suppress these guys. Oh, wow. They're retreating. That went great. That went really well. Okay. I think turn around so I can shoot this alley, I think. Okay, don't like that they're moving around there. They're probably trying to block yet another entrance off. Which is really interesting. I really just was not expecting them to be playing like this. Let's do that, and let's duck. We'll use their truck as cover. Ooh, we lost a squaddy. We lost Edwin. Oh, and we lost old Pete. Not old Pete. He was the best of us. God, where do I go? I need to get some shots into them. I don't think anything here can move up enough to be able to reach us. If we're here. So we should be able to, like, reorient around this way and get some shots into them later. But that gives us cover from them. Okay, good. They're all moving into this area to shoot at us. So hopefully he can pull back. Oof. Okay, good. No more shots. There will be the occasional just random shot. If you've shot at something, your squaddies will just do the odd little pew-pew and you know, same with them. Show that that's the last thing they were shooting at. Which I think is quite charming. So, they are now suppressed. They are no longer fleeing, which is really annoying. So do I clear these two out or run him away? Because all these guys are potentially dangerous. They are suppressed, though, so actually they won't have much in the way of AP to utilize, even if they're not running away anymore. And then, yeah, now I can go for them, I suppose.
They're scattering.
Alright, they're fleeing again. I want to save ammo, so I guess I'm going to run over them again. Please just be dead. Thank you. Thank you. Finally. Alright. I just cannot believe they penned my vehicle in. It's so funny. I'm going to try and drive down this way. Now. I mean, low accuracy because they're pinned down, but we got loads of ammo and we're pretty, you know, snug in here for now until they're deployed. So I'll see if I can't get some damage in. No, afraid not. Nope. Nope, that's all there is. Trinketing is everything. Move here or here? If I move here, they'll be able to actually shoot me sideways a bit, but then they are currently fleeing, so I guess that's not a bad spot. As I'm thinking if these guys deploy, where can I shoot them from? You know, where can I have cover from both sides? I don't want to be here, because that doesn't provide as much cover as that building does. Alright, what's the accuracy looking like? Low accuracy, not terrible. If I move here, I can just shoot them. I'll probably kill them. But then, a bit worried about what's over there or over here. But as long as she acts first next time, then screw it. Screw it. Nice. Good job. And then I can move back. Perfect. Love it. I'll take as many as it takes, and then 3 more of them. Alright, can't see anything down there. That's okay. Let's take a shot at them. Got one! Exactly 3 more! Alright, brilliant. Brilliant, we got them. They're ours. That's what I've decided. We killed 5 of 9. These guys will be trickling in. We should be able to do some big damage to them. As they trickle, I think. Though I do want to know where that other team is. I don't really want to expose myself. Yeah, I could move back here. Not sure what Marta Carter to be on the front line, essentially, there, but that's okay. I can pull her back a bit later on. But for now, let's just get him out of dodge. She can move back here already. So I will. I could take some shots here. Got medium accuracy. Alright, we weren't able to kill any of them. That's sad, but, you know, fine. Only 6 shots left with the machine gun. I kind of want them to deploy nearby so the truck can get the jump on them, but I also want to scout out that other unit that ran off that way to chase civilians down. What do I want from you? Could just shoot at that once and then give some extra AP to, like, to our sniper for when stuff inevitably moves up. So, alright, we're going to shoot once. He's got plenty of ammo. Right. Alright, come on, deploy. Oh my god, just deploy your people. I mean, back armor we could go for here, which isn't terrible. Or do I just leave that to these guys and I'll go find that other unit? Where the hell did they go? How weird. Alright, well. Yeah, let's just see if we can't. Alright, you duck, just in case you get shot at from over here. I think that's better. Good accuracy, lovely.
Contact.
How annoying. At some point we'll have stripped the armor. Oh, by the way, the armor on the right-hand side, showing armor and HP for the Pirate Outcast truck, it's not currently tracking armor for some reason. It's a known bug. Hoping to sort that out. But, yeah, for now, it's not going to recover. It's not going to actually show it there. It's only going to show it above the enemy, and you can see that has depleted a little bit. Not that you can really see it. The little bars are a bit of a nightmare to see, to be honest. Yeah, no idea where that pirate went. That's really weird. But I'm thinking if I can push down here at like max range, all those pirates that were over here were all of the sort of sniper ones. In which case, if I can just catch them down an alleyway, I should be able to like wipe out a unit at a time. So that's the plan, while we just plink away at this truck. Alright, killed another one. Good. But yeah, weirdly the sort of... Was that nearby? I think someone killed another civilian over here. Alright, I think the truck needs to run over that way. God, that's frustrating. Do I want to move closer? Is that worth it? Yeah, I think it probably is. Yeah, at some point we'll have destroyed that armor, I think. It's taking a long time, of course, but you're going to run out of ammo. Where are the rest of you guys? Are you all running over here to chase down civilians? They're not usually this coy. Then I guess I'm usually a lot more aggressive. So, it's a little hard to tell. Alright, back this way then. Are you deploying? Finally! Finally deploying! And now they have some cover, which is annoying. Ah. I mean, they'll have the cover from that. If I move here, I can shoot them pretty much point blank. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. That did it. Finally. So coy. What infuriating people.
Let's do this.
Oh, you're the only one left to go, huh? Do I move up here? They might be able to move right around, but this is a solid structure. This is a solid structure. Let's move up.
What?
Okay. Yeah, let's... What? Oh, there still has a question mark there. That's the last place we saw that team. So we know that the team that was over here shooting civilians is still alive, or else that question mark would have disappeared. So we know they're still alive. Which is the infuriating bit. Oh, there's a lot of chain link fence over there, which is annoying too. I move here, I'll move into this little spot in a minute.
Let's do this.
Let's not.
What? Acknowledged.
Where the hell did they go?
Orders?
They've just gone and evaporated. Rude. Okay, we found some enemies. Let's duck them.
Sir? Orders? Sir?
And do we move you up to here? We won't be able to duck you, but I'm not sure. Oh, the flipping chain link fence. Alright, I'm going to move here. That's much better cover. If I can move here and shoot. Yeah, I can move here and shoot down that way. Wouldn't be too bad.
Let's do this.
Right, they're the last ones to act. I could move there and then duck, but I don't really want to put them in that spot. If I move over here, you can't shoot directly around the corner. Oh, and... It's not letting me move here. So did they park a truck there? No, but these guys are parked right here, so... Huh. I'm not sure why it's not letting me walk along this path. That's a bit weird. But that's fine. They can let us get little free shots at them like that. And that is fine. Alright, who are you going to shoot at? No one. Good. There they are. There's the little swine. Alright, how close can I get? I can get to there and still shoot. Perfect. Good. Alright, you only need to kill 2 of these units. Okay, brilliant. Alright. Really? You're slightly too out of range. That is so disappointing. So I need to move up to here to shoot at them. Yeah, I'm going to give you more AP. Although, oh, this round, that was sort of pointless. Alright, well, I can shoot here, and that'll help suppress them a little bit. See us going up slightly? And we did hit someone there, too. Alright, good. Oh no, you have 150 AP right now. Nice. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to shoot 3 times.
On target.
Oh, come on. I know they're very far away, but still. Oh god, I can't move. I thought maybe 14 would be enough to duck back. Nope.
Always ready.
Sure wasn't. I'll only be able to shoot once, so I won't be able to duck. I'd like to deploy, but they've already moved this turn, so...
Engaging.
Not bad. Not bad.
What?
I might be being a little cavalier.
Engines engaged.
So we're going to start moving our vehicle in here. If we had a truck in these streets, this would be great. Don't kill anyone. Not allowed. Okay, they hadn't moved. Silly me. Now they're moving away.
Orders.
Oh, they had.
Sir.
I could move up and shoot at them too.
Orders.
Or they've stood up a little bit. A little bit. They're not pinned anymore, so we do have better accuracy against them. Marvellous. Now... I'll worry about the range. I think they can shoot at us from here. If I get, like, over here, though, you know, it'd be quite difficult to move and shoot, but they could still move and shoot, which worries me a bit. God, if they could just be dead, that would be marvellous. I am actually going to deploy and shoot for the extra accuracy, mostly for the extra accuracy on the next turn. And are they fleeing yet? Retreating. Good. Yeah, you need to deploy, ideally.
Sir.
Ooh. Ooh, good. I'm going to shoot twice, and then I'm going to let them shoot a third time. In the hope that we can kill these guys.
Like I trained.
Which, so far, we can't.
The enemy.
Oh, dear. Alright, not bad, not bad. I might give them... Oh, no, I can only give them the extra. They're too far away. I would like to be able to shoot at them with...
Who, sir? Attention, moving to cover.
Excellent, I can just reach. Good. Well, they got suppressed. Bit disappointing, actually.
Orders.
Bit disappointed. We are going to shoot them again. Excellent, they're pinned. And they are also... they're deployed currently, not pinned. So let's shoot at them again. Okay, finally they're retreating. We are in a bit of a precarious position here. Because there are more units that could move around. A lot of units suppressed here, though. I'm really just trying to buy time for our truck to get over here to finish units off, but we only need to kill 2 things, so... they might go down. I'm very worried she's going to run out of ammunition before we can kill them, though. That's genuinely a concern right now. Alright, if I move up, I'll have to have him provide the AP. But I can have her deploy. And yeah, we can't quite reach that guy, so we're going to have to give you the AP. And I guess just move you up a little. Sure. Alright. Good accuracy. Nice. Okay. Things are going well. Things are going pretty well. And our truck is here. Although I probably should have led with them, really. We'll do them next. Oh, we lost a hurrah! Alright, well they've acted. So we can just shoot at both of these guys. Still fleeing. Finally.
Hostile eliminated.
Alright, their morale is starting to look really bad now. I can't believe how long this mission has taken.
Got them suppressed.
We might be able to finish him. Mission accomplished.
Skills retained.
Hooray! Sadly, we did lose 3 civilians. Which is a pity, but all the buildings are fine, and pirates are dead, so we can leave whenever we like. And we got ourselves a civilian supplies, which has 35 trade value, which is good. It's pretty good. That's pretty nice. That's a good amount of cash. And we also got, wow, actually a pretty staggering amount of pirate stuff. This is really useful. So here we got Workshopped RPG. That'll be our first, like, big armor-piercing thing. So that's really nice to have. This will actually occasionally blow up a truck, which is a big deal. So that'll be really nice. As trucks come in, we can just start blasting them, rather than just plinking away at them for hours and hours. I mean, that's pretty good as well. Special weapon uses goes up with the ammo bag, so we can have more RPGs. We got some scrap bombs, so little grenades. Good against, like, infantry. But you got to get pretty close, so it's a little iffy. And yeah, loads of extra armor, which we probably won't use, but maybe. We'll see. We'll see how many supplies we have. But yeah, more promotion points. So you can see we got 12 out of 15 for the secondary objectives. That's the amount of available promotion points. So the more secondary objectives you get, the more promotion points you get. Difficulty also has an impact. That's mission difficulty, not game difficulty. But yeah, we did good. We did good. I'm happy with that. That was a good performance. So loads of damage. It'll show all the different damage and suppression and things that you've done, which is nice. I really like that it does show you suppression, because you can still tell if something was useful if it did a lot of suppression, even if it didn't really kill anything. But, you know, pretty cool. You can see the kill count at the top right of each screen as well. Each panel, rather. As well as, yeah, damage to HP, damage to armor, suppression, and damage received. So, not a huge amount of damage received, as you can see, compared to the amount of damage we dished out. But it doesn't take many. As we can see, 5 of our guys, 5 of our squaddies got downed. 2 of them were rescued, though, which is nice. But Edwin, Old Pete, and Part-Time are dead. But at least Alan and Ahura are back. So there you go. Cool. Lovely. Now take out the bomb maker or search the weapon caches. We have a nice little choice. That's eliminate the bomb maker and bodyguard. Get to the evac and complete it within 12 or 10 rounds, depending on how many points we want to achieve. And destroy more than 80% of all enemy forces. That's a secondary objective, so we don't have to wipe them all out. Usually, with objectives like this, I'll try and do it in the time limit, and if I miss that, I go, alright, I guess we're killing everyone. We also destroy the communication antenna. This one, destroy weapon caches. So, for both of these, where it's like destroy stuff, it's a bit iffy this early on in the game, because we don't have many things that are capable of destroying much. You know, we can plink away at things a lot, but you really just want, like, an RPG. Shoot at a cache with an RPG, it's gone. But you only have so many shots with your RPG, and we might need that for taking out, like, bodyguard units or something. Because the bodyguards, I think, have quite a lot of armor. So sometimes it's best just to kill one with a rocket. Bit tricky. I think we'll try this one. I think we'll do the bomb maker. More difficult, again. More difficult again. But, yeah, we'll try it. We'll try it. Oh, so, let's go back a second. Black market. We can now swap things. We can now swap things for value, which we can then use. It's all a barter system. You're always trading stuff for stuff. There's no money. So if you, you know, throw all this stuff in and go, I want this, you'll lose 90. You know, you'll just lose that value. They don't get you anything. You know, it doesn't provide anything else. Ooh. Auto laser. Kind of want the auto laser. Armor piercing ammunition. Okay, that's pretty wild too. That's pretty great. 140 though. If it's rare items, this stuff is always, I think, double the price that it would be if it had shown up amongst the rest of your stuff. There's a walker, which is pretty cool. Oh, is that? Nope, that's hollow points. That's the opposite. That makes it even worse at shooting through armor. More damage, though. That's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. A mining laser. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I do like lasers. Ooh. Ooh. We can get a sniper. Can I afford that? I am actually going to see if I can afford that if I just throw everything. If I get rid of this extra ammo bag. It is nice to have the ammo bag, I've got to say, but I'm going to try and get the sniper rifle. Bit of a risk throwing away all of our stuff this early, but, you know. But now, if we go to... Yeah, we're going to do this one. Bomb Maker and the Bodyguard. It'll be much easier to kill if we can snipe them. So that makes me very happy. Who do we want to have a rocket? Do you want him to have a rocket? Or, you know, I think we'll have her run in with the rockets. She has less AP. But these do have pretty good range. They got a range of 7. Which is 1 less than our carbines do. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I wish we had another vehicle weapon though. So we do have some promotion points now. So we can promote people. So what I could do is get extra accuracy for each consecutive attack on the same target. She is often shooting 3 times a turn. So that's not a terrible idea. But cheaper deployment cost is really nice. That would have helped to get in and out of cover better in that last mission. Concealment's good. We could level up them as well. Cheaper deployment and move cost for Marta Carter is really handy, given that she has just awful AP. Really tiny amount. God, what do I do? Also, I could upgrade this as well. More armor penetration versus hardware. Cheaper vehicle turns is pretty great, though. That is pretty great. Running people over is more deadly. I mean, that's awesome, but generally we're not going to be getting on top of people like we did in that last mission all that often. Because we will just have, like, more weapons, frankly, and the enemy will have more rockets and things. So we aren't going to want to get right on top of enemies all that much as we play. So I think that might be a waste, which is a shame because it's really fun running people over. That, I think, will be always useful. It's arm penetration versus hardware, so it's, you know, against other vehicles, basically. I don't know, there's some cool stuff. But yeah, each character has their own unique tree, which is really cool. So they'll have their own stuff at the end. I think we are going to give... I think we're going to go concealment. Later on, we will actually get bonus damage if we're from concealment. Although view range and detection, I think, might be better, because she can be a scout, basically. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's all we can afford right now. But I think that's really good. Just being able to see where the enemies are, I think, is pretty great. So we need to evacuate over here, and there's stuff to destroy over here. There's some other units dotted around this way that we don't really know what they are, because we have no intelligence. But fine. Right. Well, we're going to end the episode here, because I'm aiming for 45-minute episodes. And, guys, currently, this game isn't out yet, but, I mean, wishlist it on Steam, obviously, but once Steam tells you that it's out, come back here and use the link in the description. Hooded Horse are really kind to content creators, and currently on nexus.gg/Janet, they are taking no revenue from sales of Menace, or any of their other games, actually. If you buy any games from Hooded Horse from my store, they're not taking a cut. That's just their way of saying thanks to creators, which is amazing, really amazing. So basically, if you buy this game from the link in the description, when it's out on, I think, the 4th of February, then I get 85% of the revenue, which is crazy. It's such an amazing way to support the channel, and of course to, you know, buy a game that's really interesting, and it's shaping up to be probably one of the coolest strategy games out there right now. So yeah, please use the link. Love you forever. Brilliant. Comment, like, and subscribe too if you fancy it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.